it's June, like the month, and I hope you're well. I've been asked, how can I achieve a successful business while still traveling? This is an interesting one and something that I worked on for almost a decade now. Oof. I wrote a post the other day, like I did this digital nomad thing even before drones was like a thing. So does that make me a dinosaur? And it does, right? I left Australia in 2017 full-time, but I was already out by 2014-ish. And I've been through the works on all of those different stages of business that you can go through, and also this like need for the freedom and like the ability to explore and see the world. I know how important that feels, and I wanted a way to truly feel like I could be present while I was like in the space, in that country. Like while I was exploring, I didn't just want to constantly be online and working away. And it's really important to create this kind of balance, because you can find yourself getting really lost in one or the other. If you're doing really well in business, you can find yourself just on the computer, and maybe you're in a beautiful place, like you're in Bali or you're in like Thailand, and all you're doing is you're doing co-working sessions at the villa, which was part of my life. And I really value the importance of being present in the now, being present in the offline. And I've always done it through leveraging systems and AI tools, for example. And most importantly, I couldn't really scale my business to the 6 figures where it is today if it wasn't for my team. And like truly being able to learn how to not just be an entrepreneur and a business owner that works solo and works independently. I needed to learn how to truly delegate and truly trust like somebody else, a whole team of somebody else's, to support me in my vision and to lead in a way that we all were on this path where we supported each other's goals and dreams. When I first started freelancing, for example, that's how I got started. I was doing social media marketing for these clients, and I needed to really understand how it was that I could serve more clients. I would always be capped at a certain amount. Like I could not create more than $5,000 per month because I was continuously trading my time for money. And when you understand that the concept of time and the value of your time is not in hours, your time is actually much more valuable than that. That's when you start to find different ways and different solutions to be able to create more output and create more work without that reflecting the exact number of hours that you do. And it's super important to me. That's why I'm such a nerd on these AI tools and systems and how to be productive, because I believe that if I was able to do the same amount of work in 4 hours, that 4-hour work week, and still be able to achieve the right amount of success, the right amount of like revenue, then that was like absolutely key. That was a problem that I needed to solve, so that if I was able to reclaim my time, it meant that I had half of the rest of my day to go and enjoy myself and go and have fun. And when I was really able to find this balance, because I know that I'm still generating the same amount of growth, then I didn't feel guilty about going out to play and going on those tours, going out to see new places. That was really important to me. And I think especially when you start out, and especially when you have clients for the first time ever, there is a difference between having a lot of discipline in the way that you work and consistently doing the work. That is great. But even with discipline, if you don't have some form of maximizing on the output and leveraging these systems that I mentioned, this team, and creating that, you're always going to be stuck at some point. You'll always be capped at a certain point. So that's really important to me. Okay, so story time. When I was living in London, I had a couple of clients that were amazing. They were open to the idea at the time of me like living in Barcelona, for example. But because I was a one-woman show and I didn't have anybody else supporting me, and I also wanted to live the lifestyle, I got to a point where I couldn't exactly execute at my highest like ability, even for these clients. And what ends up happening is, of course, you're going to either burn out, or you're not going to feel great about the work that you're putting out, or maybe you're just not getting the results that you were originally wanting to get. And when you get to that point, unfortunately, and this will happen in business, there are going to be clients that stay with you for a long time and others that don't. But if you are able to really maximize and make sure that the customer journey and that working relationship really felt amazing, then you're obviously going to increase the probability that they're going to extend their contract or keep re-signing with you, or they're going to keep working with you. I think one of the biggest ways to create a sustainable business and a successful one is to make sure that your customer experience is like number one. If you prioritize that, and you know for a fact that you're managing expectations, you're being really clear on your communications with your client, and you have a shared vision for how it is that you support them, that's just going to naturally make it so easy for them to continue working with you. And I believe that this is important to creating a successful business, because when you have clients that just continue and want to continue working with you, that just means that one, you're just going to have somebody re-signing and re-agreeing to continue working with you. And two, it just means that you're not going to have to spend more time in the business development side of your business, which is the sales, which is onboarding new clients. Onboarding takes a lot of energy, a lot of like work, because attracting new clients is bringing on more people. When you have to do less of that and you can continue to serve the clients that you already have, and they're really happy with your service so they don't go anywhere, that is like amazing for you to then just focus on like your product and how you serve, rather than ending up spending a lot of time finding the new clients. Where are these new people? How do I attract more clients? How do I do more top of funnel content? And then you're not focused on like attracting more, you're just focused on how do I create and serve better. I think that's been a real big key as well. But the biggest factor, and hands down the most important factor, has been my systems and my team. When I was doing marketing for clients and I had, say, a social media marketing package, it was only when I could hire in support to delegate and outsource those areas that I didn't personally need to be posting, I didn't personally need to be making graphics, for example. That was when I really saw me being able to return. I was able to reclaim some of my time back so that I could start focusing on the bigger picture. I could start looking at, okay, how can I work on my business and not, you're trying to do all of those little tasks and all of the tasks again, and you just find yourself always wanting to catch up, or there's another client problem, or there's a client solution that's come up and you're constantly having to work on that, and then you haven't actually allocated any time at all to focus on yourself. We're so used to, it's so common because we're so used to serving and supporting other people, but when it comes to supporting ourselves, we totally put ourselves in the back burner. I am guilty of this. I've done this so many times. Sometimes I don't even get in the back seat at all. I'm just driving the car for other people and I'm taking them places and I'm focused on their success, and then I forget about my own. So how you achieve a successful business, especially while you're traveling, is to create that balance, is to absolutely lean into delegating. You cannot do this alone. You can be very successful alone, yes, but you will be even more successful if you create a lot more versions of you and trust people who are specialists in their area to take care of areas for themselves, and that part of the business you don't have to worry about, so that you can focus on your business. Cool? I have a resource for you if you're interested in AI tools that will help you optimize for your business and life, and that is available in the description below. I hope that was helpful. If you like the vibe, please subscribe. I'm JuneAye, and I hope you have an amazing day. Ciao! Bye!